He looked me in the eyes, my own brother, and told the court I was stealing from our parents. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned, humiliated, and broke. But if he wanted to play dirty? Fine. I'd play smarter. 6 months later, he was out of the house our parents left him, and I was holding the deed. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal by someone you trusted, especially family, this story is going to hit you hard. Smash that like button, subscribe, and settle in for one of the most twisted, yet satisfying, revenge stories you'll hear today. My brother, Kyle, always thought he was the golden child. You know the type, charming on the surface, manipulative underneath. Growing up, he could do no wrong in my parents' eyes. I was the quiet, responsible one. The one who stayed home, took care of things. Kyle? He left for college, then floated between sales jobs, always showing off flashy cars and talking big game. But when our parents started getting older, my dad had early onset dementia, and my mom had mobility issues, I was the one who moved back home to care for them. For 3 years, I cooked, cleaned, drove them to doctor's appointments, handled their bills. I sacrificed promotions, dating, and peace of mind. Kyle visited maybe twice a year. He'd show up with flowers, smile for pictures, then disappear. I didn't care. I wasn't doing it for attention, I did it because I loved them. Then Dad passed away. And everything changed. 2 weeks after the funeral, I got served legal papers. Kyle was suing me for financial elder abuse and undue influence. I was in shock. He was accusing me of manipulating our parents into giving me access to their bank accounts, of stealing money, of coercing them into rewriting the will in my favor. It was all lies. The truth? My parents added me to their accounts because I was managing their bills. And the updated will, done with a lawyer, left the house to Kyle and the rest split evenly. I didn't contest it. I didn't want the house. I just wanted peace. But Kyle smelled money and saw an opportunity. I sat in the courtroom, hearing my brother spin lies. His attorney painted me as a scheming, bitter failure. My hands were shaking. I kept thinking, how can someone who knows what I've done for our parents, who lived off their money while I was taking care of them, turn around and destroy me like this? I almost gave up. Almost. But then, I remembered something Dad always said, don't get mad. Get smart. So I did. I got a good lawyer. Not flashy, smart. And I started building my case. Every bill I'd paid from their account. I had records. Medical receipts. Grocery runs. Home repairs. Emails from Mom thanking me. Even better? I had video. Home security footage of me helping them with walkers, changing bandages, tucking them in at night. Footage of Kyle walking in empty-handed, staying 10 minutes, then leaving. But the real kicker? My dad had kept a journal. He wrote everything down, even after the dementia diagnosis, in surprisingly lucid detail. There were pages about how proud he was of me. About how he and Mom made the decision to update the will together, and how Kyle didn't deserve the house but they wanted to keep peace. When I showed that to my lawyer, he smiled. This will bury him. The legal twist, my countersuit. Instead of just defending myself, we countersued Kyle. Defamation. False claims. Emotional distress. The trial dragged on for months. Kyle got nastier. He tried leaking lies to relatives, saying I manipulated Dad into changing meds, that I was stealing heirlooms. But each time, we hit back harder. His lies crumbled under scrutiny. One by one, people started realizing who was telling the truth. Then came the final day in court. The judge didn't just throw out Kyle's lawsuit. He ruled in my favor, for $380,000 in damages. Kyle looked like a ghost. His face went white. His mouth actually dropped open. He never thought I'd fight back. The judge said Kyle's actions were malicious and knowingly false and that he'd weaponized the legal system out of greed. But here's the poetic part. Kyle didn't have $380,000. And guess what his biggest asset was? The house our parents left him. The house he barely visited. The one I cleaned, maintained, and kept standing. Through a court-ordered lien and property seizure, the house was sold to pay the judgment. He was evicted. I bought it at auction. Yup. I now own the house he tried to steal through lies. I didn't want revenge when this started. I just wanted peace. But sometimes, justice is revenge, served cold, legal, and undeniable. If there's one thing I've learned, the truth may take time, but it always wins. If this story gave you chills or fired you up, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted? What would you have done? And of course, subscribe for more real stories where karma hits harder than anyone ever expects.